All right, what's going on? What's going on? Come on in. Come on in. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Hope you had a good morning. Hear that Minnesota is going up again. It's crazy. We'll talk about that another time. This is On the Mic with Mike. This is not going to be a long one, but this is going to be an informative one, okay? Of course, we are talking about the Virginia situation with of course, it's a 2020 traffic stop in Virginia with a lieutenant, okay? And we're going to talk about that. Just a quick lesson to learn out of that, because if we don't learn the lessons out of these situations, people have the right to be inflamed by their passions in certain respects because we're entitled to our feelings. But there are some things that we don't understand and some things that just should not be done on a traffic stop. So I'm going to play the full video, and then we're going to clarify some things, talk about some things, and then that's that. For those of you all who are new, go on ahead and hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, okay? You can follow me on Facebook at Mike Brown or Instructor Mike. Follow me on Instagram at Yes Mike Said It. Subscribe to this YouTube page. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications, okay? Let's go on ahead and watch the video, and then we will go on ahead and talk about it. Here we go. Oh, gotta scroll down and get to the doggone video. Oh, yeah. Wait. Doggone it. Hold on. Thought I had this video up here. It's supposed to be up here. All right, give me 1 minute. Technical difficulties. Here's my theme song. That's not a song. Here we go. All right, great. Here we go.
The occupants are in your vehicle. Open the door slowly and step out. Open the door. Get out the car. Open the door slowly and get out.
Get out of the car now!
Open the door and get out the car.
Hold still, hold. Keep your hands outside the window. Keep your hands outside the window. Get out of the car now.
Get out of the car.
Now. Get out of the car now. What's going on is you're fixing to ride the lightning, son. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car.
Sir, just get out the car. Work with us and we'll talk to you. Get out the car.
You received an order. Obey it.
I'm honestly afraid to get out. Can I?
Yeah, you should be. Get out.
What's
Get out.
going on? What
Get out
did
the
I
car.
Get out
do? I
now.
have not committed any crime.
You're being stopped for a traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest
For a
for.
traffic-
You're being detained. Okay, you're being detained for obstruction of justice.
Traffic violation. I do not have to get out the vehicle. You haven't even told
Really?
me why I'm being stopped.
Really?
Get your
Get
hands.
out. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me.
Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me.
You know what?
Get your hands off me.
Not a
Get your
problem.
hands off me.
Back up,
I
Daniel.
didn't do anything. Don't do that.
Sir.
Get out of the car now.
Hey, sir.
Get out of the car now.
Sir, look.
I'm trying to talk
Get out.
to you.
Okay.
I'm trying to
I'm
talk.
gonna talk.
Get out.
Just get out my
Relax.
car.
Can you please
Get out.
relax? Can
Get
you
out.
Please relax.
Get out of the car right now. Now.
This is not how you treat a vet. I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're gonna treat me.
Back up, Daniel.
I didn't do anything.
Back up.
Whoa, hold on.
Daniel.
What's going? Hold on. You up here?
Get out of the car. Get out of the car now.
That's fucked up. That's fucked
Get out of the car now.
Sir, just get out the car.
I'm trying to breathe.
Get out of the car now.
That's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
Yeah, get out of the car and get on the ground now. You're gonna get it again.
I don't even want to reach my seatbelt. Can you?
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
Can you please?
Get out of the car now. Listen, take off your seatbelt and get out of the car.
Look, I'm just gonna please.
You're gonna do what you're told. Get out of the car.
Look,
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the. Take your seatbelt off.
look, my hands are out.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
My hands are out.
Don't reach in there, Daniel. Don't reach in there.
My hands are out. Please. Please, look. This is really messed up. My dog is in the back. My dog is choking right
Get
now.
out of the car. Take your seatbelt off. What are you, a specialist, corporal? What are you?
I'm a lieutenant.
Lieutenant, get out of the car. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. You made this way more difficult than it had to be if you just complied. Get out of the car.
I'm reaching for my seatbelt.
Fine. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. Straight onto the ground. Straight onto the ground.
Ma'am. Is your commanding officer available?
Down. Let's go.
Is your commanding
Let's
officer
go.
available?
Get on the ground. Get on the
Can
ground.
you please talk to
Get
me
on the
about what's
ground
going
now.
on?
Get on the ground and you're getting sprayed again. Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Get on
going
the ground.
on?
Get on the ground now.
Can you please talk to me
Get on
about
the
what's
ground.
going
Get on the
on?
ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Yes, sir.
going on?
You're not.
Can you please talk to me about what's going on? Why am I being treated like this?
Because
Why?
you're not cooperating. Get on the ground.
Why am I being treated like this? This is really messed up. This is really messed up.
Sir, well, just
This is fucked up. This is fucked up. This is fucked up.
Now, in looking at that, there are some things that I definitely want to point out. It is troubling to look at. It really is. I understand both sides. I really do. That having been said, this lieutenant was traveling on a dark road, and I believe he had just bought that vehicle, and it had temp tags. And with the temp tags, I believe it was placed in the window. This Chevrolet Tahoe does not have it does not have tinted windows that were added to the car that were aftermarket. The Chevrolet Tahoe is traditionally a vehicle in recent years where it has tinted windows with it. So if a person has a temp tag, 9 times out of 10, it's either going to be on the inside of the vehicle, right, where it can't be seen at night, or it could be on the outside of the vehicle, okay? Sometimes either affixed to where the license plate should be, whatever the case may be, okay? And so this lieutenant seen that he was being pulled over, okay? I understand not wanting to get pulled over or pull over on a dark road, okay? I think people have short-term memory. I think people sometimes forget that it is the case that there have been police impersonators. It is the case that those police impersonators do get police-looking vehicles, Dodge Chargers, Chevrolet Tahoes, Chevrolet Impalas, Ford Police Interceptor, police packaged vehicles, because you have used vehicles from police departments that are sold back to other car lots or whatever the case might have been. And then, you get people who are just either police enthusiasts or just want a car, whatever. They tend to buy these cars, right? And so it is possible for those who want to be the police or want to commit crimes to get vehicles and then outfit them with lights and even siren and even getting clothing that looks like the police. This is possible, and it has been done before. That being said, if you are on a dark road and you are being signaled by lights and siren and even by audio commands to pull over, and you are on a dark road, if you are afraid for your life, which is understandable, call 911. If you don't want to pull over right away, I understand. And any good law enforcement officer would understand too. But the problem is, in this situation, while the lieutenant kept traveling after being signaled to pull over, he kept traveling at a rate of speed that was very slow, with the speed limit. He did not speed off. He didn't appear to be, going fast and having an overt attempt to flee and elude, right? The chain of communication was not complete because it was not reported that he called 911 to express his fears. So let me educate you, right? You're on a dark road. You're traveling. You're being signaled to pull over by whom you believe to be the police, but who could be a police impersonator. Call 911. The reason why you want to call 911 is because you want to connect that chain of communication, right? You want to let the officer know or let the dispatch know. 911, what's your emergency? Well, my name is Mike Brown. I am traveling northbound on Jim Thompson Road, approaching 5th Avenue. I am being signaled to pull over by a vehicle with all blue lights, all red lights, red or blue lights. There have been cases I am aware of that there are police impersonators who have raped and harmed people, who have killed people, who have raped and harmed women, who have killed them, who have raped and harmed men, right? And have killed them too. I am in fear for my safety. I am traveling in a black Chevrolet Tahoe with the license plate of, if you know your license plate, say it. If not, it's understandable. You just got the car. And I am traveling at the rate of speed of 35 miles per hour. I have every intention on stopping at a well-lit area. I say again, and he was in the military, so he knows what I say again means. I say again, I have every intention on stopping at a well-lit area for the officer's safety and for mine too. Please advise the officer if it is a bona fide traffic stop. I am not fleeing and eluding. I am just moving to a safe area for all parties involved, right? Here's how the chain of communication would have been completed. Dispatch, hold on for a minute. Dispatch central to any units on Jim Thompson Road passing 5th Avenue. If you're trying to conduct a traffic stop, please identify. 749. Yeah, I'm trying to conduct a traffic stop on this black Tahoe. I signaled him for pulling over. He did not pull over. Okay, great. We got the caller on the line. His name is such and such. He gave us his information, re-ran him. His license comes back clear and valid. You know, he's just letting us know that he is going to a safe area for all parties involved so that everybody can see and everybody can be safe. Check that box. Check that box. Now you got it on the record where you're not trying to harm this person and you created evidence, because if you were on something, why would you call the police? Why would you let them know where you are? You see what I'm saying? The people fail for the lack of knowledge. I applaud the lieutenant in slowing, right, and maintaining his speed to get to a well-lit area, but the officer behind you who's signaling that traffic stop, they don't know your intentions, right? And so you need to put yourself, this is why I say all the time in my classes, transactional reciprocity. You can say F the police all you want to. You're entitled to your opinion. That's fine. But you need to put yourself in their shoes to see how they see it so you can respond accordingly. If it is true that the best defense is a good offense, put yourself on the offense side and see how it looks from their perspective so you can govern yourself accordingly, okay? Then when the man pulls into the gas station and the officers pull into the gas station, by that time, I believe he called it down as a felony stop, okay? And Devin Stampley, you are correct. You said it best. Even your training states you should pull a person over in a well-lit area. I couldn't have said it better. You are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. And so I look at it as, and you're entitled to your opinion, Christy. You said, oh, I saw this recording and the smug look on his face. It wasn't fear. It was smugness. Okay. That's, I'm just giving advice. Okay. Just giving advice for those who it could be fear. It could be fear. Okay. So now you approach the car and it's a felony stop. I don't know how the laws are in Virginia. But I do know that in Illinois, fleeing and eluding at a certain speed is not a felony, it's a misdemeanor. The license plate not being in the proper area, that's only a misdemeanor. So what, if anything, made it a felony stop for you to then call it down as a felony stop? It's just a question. If you guys got information, put it out there. I want to know, okay? Let's continue. So he begins to advance to the car. He says, I'm afraid to get out of the car. The lieutenant says, I'm afraid to get out of the car. Officer Gutierrez of that particular police department, I forgot the name, he said, yeah, you should be. This is not a smart thing to say, Okay, it's not a smart, understandable, yes, but not a smart thing to say, especially if you're trying to be fair and let the person know that you have every intention on defending yourself, but I'm not going to be, absent-minded of your fear, right, that you think you're going to be killed. Whether it's justified or not, it's another thing. I don't want to add to that fear by saying, yeah, you should be. Well, you just confirmed his fears, right, in fairness. So then you continue. The man has his hands outside of the car, just like so, okay? Just like so. Now, in having his hands outside of the car, and I just felt for the rookie. I felt for the rookie or the younger officer because it appeared like he wanted to de-escalate. But sometimes you get those folks that do too much. So then the younger rookie reaches inside of the car and tries to open the door. And then the lieutenant closes it back while his hands are still out. So let's get to this question. Can the police order you out of the car after stopping your car? The answer is yes. United States Supreme Court case, Pennsylvania versus Mims, 534 U.S. 106. It was a 1977 decision where after a lawful traffic stop, right? And the lawfulness will be determined once you get to court. Not the debate that you want to have on the streets, but the lawfulness can be determined once you get to court. After a lawful traffic stop, for officer safety, the officers can cause you to exit the vehicle. Now, I didn't ask you if it was fair or unfair, whether you liked it or not, whether you disliked it or not. I'm just telling you what the law is. You can't challenge what you do not know. Who knows? Maybe there's a case that may come before the Supreme Court that could overturn Pennsylvania versus Mims. But until then, this is what we have, okay? Now, I'm the passenger, not me, right? Can they make me get out? The answer is yes, yes, yes. Here we go. Maryland versus Wilson, 519 U.S. 407. This was a 1997 Supreme Court decision where the Supreme Court of the United States extended the Mims decision to Maryland versus Wilson, and they held that yes, it's for officer safety. The officers can order the passengers to get out of the car because they can pose the same risk to officer safety that the driver does. And they did acknowledge that it would be some level of intrusion, but according to the balancing test of the officer's safety versus the government intrusion into private interest is very minimal according to the Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution, okay? Now, let's get to a couple of other issues that were raised in this video, okay? It was later discovered, as seen here in the Greg Kelly Twitter post, one more little tidbit, the bad Lieutenant Nazario, and I'm not going to call him bad lieutenant, right? I'm just reading the post, had a loaded gun on the floor of the car in the front seat by his leg, something the corrupt folks in the media won't say for some reason. So, of course, there was some follow-up to that where Travis Akers said, which is 100% legal. I guess the Second Amendment doesn't apply to black people, huh? P.S. F off, boot. Okay. Then there was more commentary. Here we go. Britt Whitfield said the Law Enforcement Officers Safety Act of 2004 was expanded in 2013 to include active duty servicemen. He is allowed to carry a concealed weapon in all 50 states and in the District of Columbia. So he wasn't violating any laws by having a loaded weapon. It's remarkable how people are all in support of our military until they have to choose between maintaining systems of oppression and actually supporting a member of the military. Well, I do understand these statements, but I need to clear up some things, okay? One, is it true that you can carry that firearm in Virginia just openly? Well, I want you to understand that there was a July 1st, 2010 opinion from the Commonwealth of Virginia legislature, and this opinion came from the Office of the Attorney General that stated, yes, you are allowed to carry that firearm on your person in a vehicle without a permit, okay? This is open carry. They do have open carry in Virginia, but there is a caveat to that. it has to be in a container, and it doesn't have to be locked per se, but it does have to be in a container, right? It has to be secured. And in that being secured, it can be within immediate wingspan for immediate use. So you can't necessarily have it on your person, according to the Attorney General, but you can have it in a center console that's closed. So if body camera shows it to be true that the gun wasn't planted, never said it was, right? But people believe that if the gun wasn't planted, but if it was on the floorboard of the car and it's evidenced in body camera or body camera video, or even if it was on the front seat, that does not comply with the Virginia law as it relates to carrying a pistol, okay? Secondly, let's address the comment where they said about the Law Enforcement Safety Officers Act of 2004 was expanded in 2013 to include active duty servicemen. This does not provide clarity of House Resolution 218, HR 218. The Law Enforcement Safety Officers Act is an act that allows qualified, active, and retired law enforcement officers to be able to carry without a concealed carry permit so long as they've separated from service and it wasn't negative, okay? But in 2013, it was extended, and it did not include all service members. So it included military police and civilian law enforcement who work on military installations as a part of the National Defense Authorization Act. Every year they get their defense bill I don't want to say reactivated, but they get it reapproved for more defense spending. And as a part of the NDAA, they looked at the LEOSA, the Law Enforcement Officers Safety Act of 2014, and they amended it in 2013 to include military policemen. So the question is, was this lieutenant, in his capacity as an active duty service member, was he a military police officer? If he was not a military police officer, then the Law Enforcement Officers Safety Act of 2004 does not apply to him, because within his capacity as an officer, that is not his job to carry a firearm unless it is issued to him from the arms room. You just need to understand that. You don't have to like me, right? But I'm just saying, this is just education, okay? Now, in terms of the officer's actions, I just want you to understand something. There is such a thing as rational detachment, right? There is such a thing as saying, calm down. No one wants to risk anything. Calm down. Not worth the risk. I would have loved to seen this rookie say to everyone, even if I'm looking at the lieutenant, but I'm speaking to my partner, calm down. Not worth the risk. Calm down. Not worth the risk. Calm down. Not worth the risk. Let's calm down. Not worth the risk. Calm down. Now you say it. Calm down. Not worth the risk. Calm down. Not worth the risk. Calm down. Not worth the risk. Sometimes you got to repeat things over and over to remind people. Calm down. Let's bring it down. Because sometimes we do have partners who do too much. Right? I'm just saying. We got partners who do too much. We got to remind people it's not worth the risk. Yes, you could start off on 10. I've been there. But at some point in time, we got to bring it down and say, you know what? I apologize. Let's bring it back. And see, that's the one thing I've had people who were leaders previously say, you don't want to apologize, man. It shows a sign of weakness. No, you do. You want to apologize because it shows you're imperfect. It shows that you can recognize when you've done too much. We all have anger issues. We all do too much. You can pull it back, right? You can pull it back. You can pull it back, okay? This is Instructor Mike, and you've been trained. What are your thoughts on this video, okay? Am I saying the lieutenant was right all the way? I'm not saying the officer was right all the way. I'm saying there's lessons to be learned on both sides, okay? What are your comments? Let me know what you think in the comments section. I will respond to your comments Okay. And don't forget to share this video, like and share this video. All I can do is give advice. And if people don't listen, let adversity teach them. Let adversity teach them. Okay. I want you to understand that bullies create cops. Bullies create cops. The issues of anger and the issues that people don't pay attention usually occur in their childhood. And when those childhood issues are not fixed, it can result in authority figures, not just police, your bosses at work, your parents, authority figures doing too much. We got to change things. Here we go. What I tell myself first, Children's Real World Affirmations of Self-Esteem, it's my book, right? Let's go on ahead and get that book and let's teach our children and give them real world affirmations of self-esteem. I don't know everything. I won't know everything. I want to be right, but I can't always be right. If I am right, yay. If I'm not right, that's okay. I won't always be right. Why? Failure is a part of a success. If I learn from the failure, what did I learn? I love it when people get my books and they put it in their daycares. They put it where it needs to be. It's based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. These are the things that we need to have to intercept even the adult child who has not been healed yet. Because in my anger management practice, or not practice, but in my anger management education classes, I often end up dealing with adults who have not had their inner childhood issues worked on. Okay? Inner childhood issues worked on. I have a plethora of children's books. I would love to be able to ship them to you. Okay? We all have that inner child that needs to be worked on. Okay? This is Instructor Mike, and you have been trained. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook at Mike Brown or Instructor Mike. Follow me on Instagram at Yes Mike Said It. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. Okay? Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not in disagreement with you. Okay? Don't forget.